Samba, paria, a fairy tale that originated from West Sulawesi. Once upon a time, there lived a beautiful girl named Samba Paria. She lived with her brother in a house in the middle of the forest. One day, a king and his troops were going on a hunt in the forest. He commanded one of his guards to go and explore the forest. After a while, his guards was back and reported that he found a house. Therefore, the king and his troops went to the house.
Guards, take me to the house.
When he arrived at the house, he knocked on the front door.
Hello, is anyone there?
He shouted. A while later, a girl opened the door slowly. It surprises the king of how beautiful she is.
Welcome, Your Highness. Please come in.
The girl was nervous. She knew the man that stood before her was a king. The girl welcomed the king and offered for him to go inside. Meanwhile, the king fell in love with the beautiful girl. Inside the house, the king sits down.
Who are you? What is your name and why are you alone in the middle of the forest?
My name is Samba Paria. I'm not alone, Your Highness. I live with my little brother in this house.
Oh, I see. You see, I'm a king in this forest. I was going on a hunt with my troops in this forest. I'm a little thirsty. May I have a glass of water?
Hearing the king's request, Samba Paria asked her little brother to get a glass of water in the kitchen. But it turns out the water supply in the house ran out.
Oh, sister, but you don't have water. I have to bring them more water supplies in a river.
Hearing the king's request, Samba Paria asked her little brother to get a glass of water in the kitchen. But it turns out the water supply in the house ran out.
Oh, sister, but you don't have water. I have to bring them more supplies in a river. Oh, I'm so sorry, Your Highness. I still have God's water. I'm so sorry, Your Highness. It's still out that we run out of water. My little brother is going to the river to get more water supply.
Oh, that's fine, that's fine. I can just wait here.
There goes the little brother to the river. Suddenly, the king had bad intentions. He wanted to kidnap Samba Paria and make her his wife. He commands his guards to kidnap Samba Paria and take her back to his castle. There goes the little brother to the river. Suddenly, the king had bad intentions. He wanted to kidnap Samba Paria and make her his wife. He commands his guards to kidnap Samba Paria and take her back to his castle.
Guards, take her back to the castle.
Samba Paria was scared and couldn't do anything.
Please!
Suddenly, the king had bad intentions. He wanted to kidnap Samba Paria and make her his wife. He commands his guards to kidnap Samba Paria and take her back to his castle.
Guards, take her back to the castle.
Samba Paria was scared and couldn't do anything.
Please, Your Highness, don't take me to the castle. What about my little brother is going to be alone here?
Let him be on his own. Ha 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 ha.
On their way to the castle, Samba Paria, who secretly brings a handful of leaves, tore their leaves down and dropped them on the road so her little brother knows where she went. Once they arrived at the castle, the king married Samba Paria and threw a wedding in the castle. Meanwhile, at the forest, her little brother who had just arrived at the house noticed that his sister was gone.
Oh, sister, where are you? I'm home.
The little brother kept on searching for his sister until he found a trail of leaves. He knew that those leaves were from his sister for him so he could find his sister. He immediately follows the leaf trails. After a long while, he saw a castle, a big one. He slowly walked to the castle.
Oh, sister, are you there?
He shouted, but no response whatsoever. After waiting for a long time, he sadly went home.
Fine, if you're happy in your place, then I'm going home.
From the window, Samba paria could only cry and weep hearing his poor little sister. He was worried sick about him living on his own in the middle of the forest with no one taking care of him. She had to find a way to escape the castle and go back home. One day, when the king went on a hunt in the forest, Samba paria, who was having a stroll in the castle's garden, took the chains to escape. She threw the ring that the king gave her to the lake.
Help, help! My ring fell to the lake.
She shouted. Immediately after, her lady-in-waiting and guards jumped into the lake to help her find her ring. Samba paria immediately sprinted as fast as she could out of the castle and into the forest. Soon after, the king arrived at the house, angry.
Samba paria, open the door this instant, or else I'll kick your door open.
The king rolled with knowing the front door. Samba paria quickly crushed and mixed a handful of chilies, pepper, and burned ashes in a bowl. The king managed to slam the door open. Samba paria, carrying a bowl of crushed chilies and ashes, hurries to the king and throws the chili mixture to the king's face. The king, groaning and screaming in pain, fell down the stairs and died. Since then, Samba paria and her brother lived in the forest happily ever after. The end.